Hi fellas, brothers and sisters. This is my first video on my YouTube channel Western Samurai. Um, I'm German, but I speak English. I work for the Americans and apologize if my English is not always the best, but I try to speak English to have more audience and to reach more people. My YouTube channel, as name Western Samurai. It's all about politics, history, martial arts, and of course, Japan. And I want to speak a little bit about topics, what's going on in the world at the moment. And yeah, from my profession, I'm an aviator. And since Corona, my whole world changed. So I have to adapt to a new job, new thinkings. And Japan and their philosophy helped me a lot to adapt myself, getting better. Just an example, not to fishing for compliments, but I lost since 2019 60 kilogram. Make no workouts. Try to stay in shape, and done of course some martial arts. And my first video, I know it's not perfect. It's the first video I start today. And I want to talk about, I saw a lot of videos when some MMA fighters fight against a Tai Chi master or some Kung Fu masters, and the Kung Fu masters and the Tai Chi masters get beaten up. And from my personal view, this is not fair. It's like you put a wildcat and a pit bull in a cage, and of course MMA have a total different view on fighting. I mean, their aim is really to fight and to destroy the enemy. And martial arts, or like especially the Asian way, there's always the do, the way. So there's also always a spiritual way in it. And this this says nothing. Yeah, this says nothing to if kung fu is useful, or karate, or tai chi, or whatever, or aikido. From my view is, I've done Krav Maga, and it's very very helpful. But of course, you must imagine at the end it's all about physics. Yeah, I mean, if you fight against a guy who's 2 meters and 150 or 100 kilogram and full muscle, I mean, your chance is very rare, even if you do karate or whatever, because it's just physics. The only chance you have if you train Krav Maga or something like this is that you have, perhaps if you're smaller or have not the body weight of your opponent, if you have just to get a lucky punch. You get a lucky punch, you hit him in the balls or in the eyes or whatever, and you can get out. This is your chance. Perhaps you have 1%, and that's why I say to people, okay, it's an advantage to go to the gym or go to a dojo, train, but don't think that if you're doing karate or whatever, or Wing Chun, that you're now the big fighter. I mean, it's still physics, but you have still the chance to have the lucky punch and then get out, call the police, get help, get support. And 20 years ago, I was a cadet in the Merchant Navy, and I know it's a cliche, but I experienced some fights, real fights. And I can tell you, the most fights are finished in five maximum 10 seconds. And this is not like in the movie if you make like weird moves. It's just you getting a bottle of beer smashed about your head, or you getting something getting on your head, and it's very very fast and brutal. And so don't think if you go to the dojo you're Bruce Lee or whatever. Real fights are real fast, and they go very fast. It's very brutal, but still, I advise you, go to the gym, go to the dojo. I mean, what you learn if you go there to have the feeling, fight with another opponent. Yeah, and of course you must take the hits. You take the hits, you feel the pain, and then you're used to know, okay, to fight another person. You know what hurts and what hurts not. And I think, from my view, Krav Maga is very useful, but especially the boxing techniques, and your mental thinking. Your mental thinking that you have to survive. I mean, this is the most important topic in Krav Maga, to know to survive. If you fight against 4 or 5 opponents and you get hits and it hurts and it's really pain, but you have this mental feeling that I know, okay, I have to survive. I have to fight back. I have to beat back and then get out of the situation. Yeah. And that's why I'm a very friend of Western boxing, because you make your sparring, and you know how to hit, but not make some weird move and you're thinking you can jump 3 meters high and make some kicks. This is not street fighting. Street fighting is very fast, very brutal. But just have it in your mind, survive, and you must have the mental thinking is the most important thing to survive, and especially for your gals, your ladies. Don't think if you go to a gym or you make self-defense course, you can beat up a man who's 2 meters height and have 100 kilogram full of muscle or whatever. Yeah, but you have, perhaps with self-defense or Krav Maga, perhaps you have the chance to hit in the balls or hit it in the eyes and then get out. Yeah, cry for help, get out of the situation, but don't think. I had this in my Krav Maga because a young lady, and we trained, if somebody holding on your neck, and she said, yeah, and I make love this and this, and listen, if this is a real situation, you have no chance. The only thing you chance is just get a hit into my balls and then get out. That's the only thing you can do. So overall, appreciate, go for martial arts, especially if you're thinking about the philosophy. This helped me a lot in these Corona times. And also, this is the topic of my channel, Japan. We as Westerners, we can learn a lot of Japan, to think in different ways, total different attitudes, and to adapt our things. Of course, I'm not, these guys on YouTube, you are Westerners who think that they're the great Zen masters or Tai Chi masters or whatever. I'm a Westerner. Yeah, that's why I prefer more boxing and this kind of style. But you can really learn a lot. Sorry, from Japan, and to have. I mean, I want to learn more about this country. I do not understand Japan, and they have a total different view in many things, and you can learn, even as a Westerner, a lot of them. So overall, go to the gym, go to the dojo, train yourself, and you learn, even as brother or sister, you learn to get the hits. You know what hurts. You know is how the feeling to get in with another person, but don't think you make some crazy moves and you're the great Bruce Lee or whatever. This is not working in reality. And again, it's not fair to put these kung fu masters or karate masters into a cage with MMA fighters, and because if you're on the street and you're in such a situation, I always advise, get out of these kind of situations. But if you're in the situation and you have an opponent who is an MMA fighter or is trained in boxing or street fighting, he's really fit, I just can say, bad luck. Then you have really bad luck. Yeah? But the chance is very high that you just met a guy who's just drunk or aggressive, and with some martial arts or a self-defense, you have perhaps the chance to have this lucky punch and then get out of the situation. Okay, thank you for listening, and hope perhaps I get a like or a dislike, whatever you think, and we see you again. Peace, brothers.